just recently got 2 cats, and I have to speak to them in Galician. I cannot speak to the cats in any other language. It just comes from the heart. My name is Maria Carmen Parafita Couto, and I work at the Leiden University Center for Linguistics. So I grew up with 2 languages. In the 80s and 90s, which is when I went to school, Galician was still stigmatized in the community. So it was considered to be a language of farmers, a language of poor people at school, even though Galician was already co-official with Spanish. Some teachers didn't really allow us to speak the language, right? When you went to the doctor, you also usually switched to Spanish. When you went to speak to a lawyer, you would switch to Spanish. So any kind of situation where you had to do something more formal, you would switch into Spanish. I work on bilingualism and multilingualism. I try to understand multilingual practices. So most of the people in the world speak more than one language. They are bilingual or multilingual. And in most multilingual communities, people mix their languages when they converse with each other. This is known as code switching or code mixing. And sometimes people even give these practices a name, right? So you're probably familiar with Spanglish, the mixture of Spanish and English. In the Netherlands, we have Papiaments, Papiamento and Dutch. And people tend to have negative attitudes towards this practice, towards code switching, because they think that they're corrupting the different languages that are involved in the conversation, that people mix languages because they don't know either language properly. But this is far from the truth. The reality is that you have to be quite skilled to be able to mix languages within the same sentence, right? This is what we know from research. And people know when to code switch, to whom they can code switch, who else is bilingual and they can code switch with. And also they know the points in the sentence where they can code switch. So they have intuitions about where they can switch and where they cannot. So basically, there are grammatical switches and there are ungrammatical ones. So the same as in monolingual grammars, in these bilingual grammars, there's also grammaticality. And this is what I'm trying to understand.